Shenanigans. Truth, lies, 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 shenanigans.
Oh yeah!
Shenanigans. Truth, lies, 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 shenanigans.
Oh yeah! Shenanigans. Truth, lies.
Truth, lies, shenanigans. 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 Truth, lies, shenanigans.
Oh yeah. Shenanigans. Truth, lies, 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 shenanigans. Oh yeah.
All right. How's it going, Z?
Hello.
All right. Hey, everybody.
Awesome sauce.
Woo. So, welcome to Truth, Lies, and Shenanigans. Your hosts here, Jam and Z. We had to make up for a little bit. Z decided to assassinate a few of our co-hosts. It made her angry, so we're short. I'm trying not to make her angry, so I appeased her. You got that cake, right? You got that cake? Is it a nice cake?
Listen, I'm still mad at Antonio for wanting to give back adopted babies, so
I mean,
he had to go.
If you have to throw someone's head at the president, it's a lot of control. Just calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so the rest of the crew is doing life this weekend, and this part of the crew has decided that we don't want to do life. We're gonna spend some time with y'all.
Yes.
But Z and I are here, We're going to share our truth. Try to point out maybe some lies.
Shenanigans.
And some shenanigans. So, welcome everybody. This is a downscale production. I'm learning. So, Neo is the master. I am Padawan. Like they just saved me before Anakin was just in there just slashing people. So, you get what you get.
I don't like Star Trek.
So, the fact that you said Star Trek. that alone. Oh, you don't like Battlestar Galactica? Really? Okay. Me neither.
In the words of Dwight Schrute, beats Bears Battlestar Galactica.
Wait, so are you a Battlestar Galactica fan?
No, but
But?
I do like stuff like Smallville. My husband got me into The Flash for a while, so I like certain sci-fi, but not.
For a while. What happened? What happened?
Oh God! You want to go? Are we going in? We're jumping right in.
Oh, we're jumping in. We've got.
Oh God! Listen,
got time
I have not hidden that I have a severe reality TV show addiction.
Addiction. Oh.
No, yeah, it's bad. Like I'll watch bad shows. Like they don't have to be even a modicum of good.
What's the worst?
Like
what's the lowest bar? What's the Trump?
Oh God!
What's
You know what the Trump is?
What's the
I'm
Trump?
gonna tell you. I'm watching Shot at Love with DJ Pauly D. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
Wait,
where I am.
How
in my
often
life
does it
right
come
now.
on, and what are the times? Answer the question. Answer the question.
Let me see. Once a week, if I'm not mistaken, Thursdays at 9.
Oh my God.
I am a garbage person. I have accepted that. I'm in the acceptance stage.
Well, at least if there's some recycling involved, it's probably, maybe there's some hope for
Like,
you.
oh, do they talk about recycling on the show? No.
So that's what's the
They
so that's the
recycle girls.
worst.
I don't know.
Oh, have you watched the Indian wedding show? I haven't watched it yet.
I want to watch that.
Okay, so you haven't watched it yet.
They keep. No,
Clearly.
it's about like real Indian matchmaking, right?
Yeah. You want me to ruin it for you? Will you still
And
be able
like-
to watch it?
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
Okay, all I know is, it's been very sort of, I don't know if it's publicity or if it's like for real,
Right.
for real. But there's definitely she's like one of the lead matchmakers in India, and she's
Oh, like the
known
Patty
for-
Stanger.
Right, but the thing is, none of the couples, I guess it's like a year after that season was done or something, none of those couples are still together. None of them.
Listen, you know what? The fact that they televised their matches
Uh-huh.
should have told you that it was already not going to work out.
That they're I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
90 Day Fiance works out.
Oh yeah, that works out with IG endorsement deals. They endorsing that flat tummy tea.
I mean, what else?
Yeah, it's working out.
It works out. I saw the worst meme today. It was I'll post it a little bit later. It's with Trump and Kanye as 90 Day Fiance. Like somebody edited their heads over. It was so bad. And I watched the whole thing, and I was like, Kanye really loves Trump. He really loves him.
I'm telling. Oh my God, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna YouTube that later. No,
It is-
you know what?
I'll
Listen,
post it. I'll post it. So
I gotta say, I'm a child of the original Real World.
okay.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
actually-
Like I watched it live.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and from that moment, I was hooked.
What did
Like
you watch
if I would
before
have known better.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Before then, I watched stupid stuff like Beverly Hills 90210, and Melrose Place.
So
And
you just transitioned from, I can respect that.
fake trash to real
Right.
trash.
At least your garbage has real funk. Like not that,
exactly
Hollywood
exactly.
smell.
There are opportunities for culture, cancel culture to come up. There's opportunities for trolls to come out on the internet. It's fun. It's different.
Yeah. I can appreciate that. From a I hate reality shows point of view, I can appreciate that. So,
Listen, it's interesting to see what people will do for money.
that is, I mean, I already know there are certain levels. Like once you cross that, hey, here's $1 million, I'm a lot more open to stuff. I know this. Hey, could you go do how much we talking? 5, 10, 15,000?
How much for the full Monty?
Right.
There's levels,
Here's a poll. Can you work it? Hey,
I don't.
just
Okay,
are those?
But you know what? On a serious tip, we have Tamar Braxton.
Okay.
Have you heard about what's going on with her?
I thought she was last I heard she had some mental stuff.
Yeah, so she was hospitalized
Okay.
last week.
Oh wow.
Apparently, she had been crying out for help
Oh.
for a while now.
Okay.
And apparently she wrote a letter to her executive producers or to somebody, like whoever does her show, her man, I don't know.
Wait a minute. She has a show?
Yeah, she's had several shows.
Okay, I did not
And
know.
they were in production for a new show called Get Your Life,
Oh.
something like that. But they're canceling that now.
Okay.
But the point being that she wrote them a letter saying that, she can't handle it. She can't handle what's happening to herself.
Wow. Okay.
She's losing her life. They're not portraying her the way they said they would.
Oh.
And she was really deeply depressed. And she actually attempted suicide.
Really?
And that's why she was hospitalized.
Okay, well good that she's there. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I
and she said she's not going back. She's like, I'm not going back to reality TV.
That's good. I saw her in concert. She is a performer, right? This tells you how significant she is.
I think she sings somewhere in the shower. I don't know, but yeah, I think she sings. Yeah.
We went to a John Legend concert 4 or 5 years ago, and she was the opening act, and we hated every moment. But the guy in front of us, knew every song, and was up dancing, and had the nerve to be mad when John came on, like he wasn't the dude we were paying for. But anyway, I'm glad she is because that's good. I'm glad. I hope she can find her thing. So if I remember correctly, at the time at least, her husband was a producer or something like that. Her producer, or
right? And they're divorced. They've since divorced.
Okay, that's what. Okay.
But
right.
her whole life played out on TV.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Interesting.
So that's the dark side.
That's craziness. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? You're not invited to the party with any more happy stories. I'm just gonna throw that out there. You're banned.
I know. I told you I'm dark. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I mean, well, while we're in the dark place, we had some funerals and deaths this
gosh.
week. Yeah.
The way you just said it, pump. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell? I can't.
So we had the funeral service for in Atlanta for John. Oh, his last name is escaping me. I'm horrible. John Lewis.
Lewis?
And that was a lot of stuff, a lot of reaction as usual from the trolls when they're not watching reality TV.
Yeah.
And I even had a family member who was like, he didn't do half the stuff he said he did. And I was like, okay. But wanted to give my respects to John. Just wanted to shout out to John.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's a shame that our leader in chief, or whatever we call him, couldn't rise to the occasion and be the bigger person and show his respect as well.
I mean, I think he did a decent job. He dropped him a tweet. And here's why I'm going to say that. Before.
No, he did it. Did he?
He did. He dropped a tweet. He was like.
But the man is not here to read the tweet. So what is the point?
You're very angry
I'm just saying.
He's just trying to get along and play a game of golf, and you are interrupting his golf game.
Me, Malo.
You are, but he also dropped the tweet. I didn't realize this. He also dropped the tweet for Herman Cain, and I was like, I don't know if that somehow equivocates his level of disrespect or respect for these two gentlemen. Because
That should tell you something.
Because Herman Cain also passed, and although
Right.
I don't know many people who were fans of Herman Cain, he did have a fairly interesting career. He was he was on the boards of like 3 different companies, including Godfather's Pizza.
He was a very smart man. He was
Yeah.
a smart businessman. He was a mathematician.
And so,
Yeah.
he gets. I wanted to give him his prop because I think he got outshone. I believe maybe rightly so, by John Lewis in his services. But I wanted to make a note of that because, as part of a community of color, it's important that we don't just bulldoze people who don't agree with any of our views socially. So yeah, wanted to give that a shout out.
But I do think it's interesting that you bring up that basically Trump gave the same reaction to both men.
Yeah, like
And one clearly did not respect Trump. So, okay, I get you. You want to drop a tweet? I understand. But Cain was riding hard for this dude.
Cain on his deathbed, one of his last statements was literally, I was right about the mask. It's not an exact quote, but I was reading his thing. He was still die hard about mask usage, which is slightly insane. But
he was like, F a mask, F a mask.
Right, So we got other things to do.
Okay.
If I'm gonna breathe diseased air, like I don't understand.
Okay, well, I hope you're enjoying yourself on the other side. I'm sure they don't got no masks over there, wherever
Right.
he is.
I was wondering, like, what his real communication to his family was, though. Like, if it was really that, or whether he was like, serious up though. When these cameras are off, y'all put masks on. I hope he did that, or something along those lines. Cause,
I really hope so. If he had any love for his family.
right. Just like, come on, man. All right.
But, yeah. Mhm.
So, now we're through the darkness. We can-
Show me the light. Show
we
me
can
the
go to
light.
happier places. So we were talking. We had that discussion earlier. We started about that thing you may say to a coworker who may or may not be carrying. And so one of the questions I thought would be interesting to discuss, because just to give you guys an idea of what's going on right now, since there are only 2 of us, this isn't quite a regular show. It's sort of like a getting to know your host show. So we're probably going to share some more personal views. And so one of the questions that we were talking about that really caught my ear was, how could somebody bring a child into this world? And so I wanted to discuss that and dig into that a little bit, because that was one of those questions that I thought would be interesting. Now, before we start, I do want to yell out or shout out, Kevin, wear your mask. Thank you, sir. Fiskites all the way, John Lewis, my sister as well. What's up, Liz? What's up, Neo? How y'all doing? Hey, Becca. Let's see, who else we got out there? Anika, thank you so much for showing up. All right. Your thoughts. How could anybody bring a child into this world? Or why would you, when you see someone and they're pregnant, like,
Yeah.
why would that thought or another thought pop into your head like that?
All right. So first of all, I don't admit this publicly very often because I don't want certain family members to hear it and just get on me. But I am child-free by choice.
Okay.
I do not want to have children at this point in my life. There was a window and things
And you
didn't work
closed it.
out, and
And
now
you
I'm
closed
just,
it 'cause
I
it was
closed the
cold.
window. I
It was
said,
cold.
yeah. Said someone's trying to tell me something, and I'm going to be an awesome aunt and dog mom, and it's awesome.
Okay.
So I already am kind of the opinion that people need to think a little harder about reproducing and raising children.
Are you gonna make
You
more
know what I
of
mean?
you?
You know what I mean? It's like, do we need more of you? I don't know. But,
so why though? Why? So clearly, it's not just something that's it's not just a new since 2016 thought. So
Right.
why? Can
Well,
you delve into that a little bit for me?
Yeah. So remember that video of the young lady right after George Floyd, and she was talking about the social contract
Uh huh.
being broken?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I feel like I made all of my choices in my life to be able to reach the American dream,
Okay.
you know, to get a good job, have a career, buy a home, buy a car, buy a vehicle, and then have children,
Okay.
you know. What I didn't expect or understand was the weight of my student loan debt, the choices I made early in my life,
Wait.
basically.
Can you? How long have you? what year are you on? We'll call it AD. So I'm at like 20 AD after debt.
All right, well, you have to remember there's refinancing too.
All right.
So I've been paying my loans since 2001.
So we're at.
That's 19 years.
So you're 19 AD. That's what you're saying. You're 19 AD.
Yeah.
After debt. You're 19
And
after debt.
I've talked to Mel about this.
Mm-hmm.
I keep looking at my balance, and it doesn't seem to change.
No.
Like every year, it might go down maybe 1,000.
Right. But when you realize
But
you paid
it's-
like $1 million into it, you're like,
Yeah.
dude. So,
I'm like, wait a minute.
yeah, I can feel you.
And here, yeah.
Yeah. So I feel you because not to tell me if I'm interrupting. Like I paid off my initial undergrad debt by doing a year of AmeriCorps, which we discussed on this program. And since I'm the only one live right now, service to America is the way to go. Woo! Anyway.
Absolutely.
But I did that year of AmeriCorps, and I sent in the final payment, right? Like a year after graduation or something like that. And I was off by $1, right? And so they sent me this mail, and this I loved it. I should have kept it, but I was young and busy. And it was like, "Dear Linda, I love you." But besides that, it was like, "You owe $1. You will not have to pay this until like 2019 or something like that. But at that point, it would be $50." That is
Oh my
all
God.
Uncle Sam. And I was like, "You are a joker."
Like, really? You could have just like call it even.
I was like, okay. I was like, cool. You'll get your $1. You'll get your $1.
Well, and then here's the thing. I remember growing up when I got my first job. My mom was like, listen, you put aside for your bills, you save a little money, but you pay yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So whether that's $5 for candy or, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But you make sure that you're working, but you see something for yourself.
Right.
Because the minute you don't, you're going to lose the will. You know what I mean? To keep working, know? And what I realized after college was that with these loans and trying to pay, rent or give towards the house, because I went back home when after college, but, trying to manage all of these bills, every time I got an extra 20, it wasn't enough. Like bills went up and expectations went up. You know what I mean? So I was constantly playing catch up.
Right.
And by the time I finally got comfortable enough to be able to take a vacation, I didn't want to give that up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you get, man, even now, like you work. I don't know how long you get for vacation. And this is what kills me, by the way, about listening to. I listen to a lot of marketplace type stories and like try to hear different varied people's jobs across the country. But what kills me, above all else, what causes my severe instant death and then rebirth, is listening to people who have like no vacation time. I have like a day or two, and they're like, "Well, I took vacation. I got 5 hours. I got a day off, and that's good for." And I'm like,
all right, and you know what's even worse?
Mm-hmm.
When you have to save your vacation time in case your kid gets sick or breaks a toe or eats the cat or whatever kids do.
Oh yeah, because like everyone else is like, well, you can because I know it means one kid's gonna be sick and I need to be there. One kid's gonna do this, I need to be there, and so forth and so on. Like, And there's no compassion
Exactly.
from all you Bamas who have a higher level of employment than I do. You're all like, well, if you can't make it, maybe Johnny can do your job for less.
Exactly. So I'm just like, look, and I don't need the stress
Yeah.
of, oh my God, if I lose my job, my baby can't eat and we're going to be homeless. If I lose my job, it's just me that I got to worry about at the end of the day.
And the,
you know,
and
my
the dog
husband
now.
is his own man and the dog,
And the
right.
dog now. So,
But that dog is scrappy. Like, he can hold his own.
Right. And they also make good eating, just so you know. They're options.
That's absolutely
They're options.
very tasty.
So, right.
So, you know, so you look at all of that, right? And that's just before the Rona. That's before racism issues and Rona and a crazy president. But now you throw all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on the cusp of what I believe we're going to have a civil war. Like, if this election goes left, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want to be running with a belly in the streets fighting or, you know, or getting away. Like, I don't know. It just seems like not a good time. You know?
Yeah, true. So what you're saying is, if we make it, Chef Jeff, this is for you. If we make it through past 2020, November 2020, and things stay safe,
I'll reconsider.
A new addition to the show. Everybody, you heard it here first. Reality show of reality shows. Ha! From Hulk Hogan. Rah! Okay.
I'm gonna be the masked mother.
Right. You know, I have to say, and I know this definitely bespeaks the location here, like on the East Coast, especially in DC. I've been able to spend so much more time with my family than I have in I think since they were born almost. Like, I went to work my son was born on a Thursday or Friday. I went to work that Monday, and my wife got some time off, but I was working, and I was like, well, I can see him when I get home, and I have to commute and run the kids around, and like, you run like a 12, 16-hour day, like, man, like, the kids get 10
You'll see
minutes.
that kid when he graduates.
Right. He's like, I'll catch up with you when I got a wheelchair and you in the rat race like I was. We can talk about it then. You know, like,
Yeah.
it's just crazy. So I'm
But let me ask
enjoying-
you this: would you have another right now?
Well, we're of an age where we are no longer willing to give up our vacations in the future. Like, we calculated it out. We got our numbers, and we was like, at this number, we're gonna stop. And we were lucky. We have 2 and 2, and so, and we got like every shade. So like, except for the safe shade that the police don't usually attack, we got all the other shades. And so like we're good. So like, we're like, okay, we can do our experimenting. You know, we lose 1 or 2. You know, feed them the wrong foods. Maybe
snap.
they don't grow the way they're supposed to. Push them off to the side. Sell them at the circus.
It's all right.
We'll handle the other ones. And so it's been great. So when Corona ends, like, that's the one thing I will regret the most, is that the time with the family. Like, my parents, I know, didn't have this time with me. You know, they were working.
Yeah.
And so that's to say, how could you bring a kid into the world? For me, I remember taking a moment or several moments, and you say, you know, if you plan properly. I'm not saying that I always did or didn't. We're not into that discussion.
Okay, that's for another day.
But generally, like, I remember going, you know, part of the decision had a lot to do with race and police violence. And I don't know how many other people think about that, but having been someone who's played with the cops enough times, you know, like, been on the receiving end of nonsense, like, I was like, you know, it's a serious question. What do you do when you have a child, a boy, a dark-skinned girl, and the cop starts playing games? Like, that is one of those thoughts that sticks with me, at least, even as I get older. So, anyway.
Well, did you see Tiffany Haddish? She did an interview last week, and she broke down crying. She was like, this is why I'm not having children. I can't bring a black child into this racist world, you know, with everything that's happening, knowing that
I got that.
he could get shot by the cops. Yeah.
But I'm still of the mindset that it's still, to me, like most of these choices come down to you either let whatever fear or whatever regrets, whatever fear or stuff that's telling you no, win, or you say, you know what, I'm going to do like everybody else and play this hope game, and maybe my rocket ship won't explode on its way to the moon, and we'll be lucky. But like, I mean, so, right, you know, so everybody hold out hope. We need your prayers, you know. But yeah, it's definitely a thing. I feel you on that. There's a lot there. So, all right.
Well, you know what? That's actually a good segue for what we were discussing before.
True. Which thing were we?
It's like, are we gonna let fear? Are we gonna let fear get in the way? Or are we gonna start enjoying life again?
Oh,
as
enjoying
things reopen.
Life, liberty.
You remember that?
So, are you? Are you going outside maskless tomorrow? Is tomorrow your day?
No. Oh my God, no. Listen, I feel like I'm gonna be wearing a mask till like 2023. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fine with it though. That said, I have I have masks that like have the little openings so I could put a straw in. Because I'm like, we got to start adapting. Like we got to start making this work.
If only Darth Vader had that. If only Darth Vader he'd been much
That's
happier.
right.
He
would have been a lot less cranky.
Yeah. He's from Star Trek. He's from Star Trek too. He's one of the majors. So the world's opening. I mean, we can almost go anywhere now, depending upon what state you're in. So where do you want to go? What are the top 3 on your list?
Ooh, well, you know, I've already done one of them, which was Casino.
Okay. Oh.
I went to Atlantic City when they opened.
Well, wait. I have to give a shout out to my boy, whose name I will not mention. Congratulations on your 10K. That's nice, baby. That is nice. Not sleeping on you. 10K is a nice number. Anyway, go ahead.
Congrats. No, that's good. So I went to a casino. I'd really like to travel, like get on a plane and go somewhere, you know, like we were supposed to go to Jamaica.
Do it. Okay.
Yeah, that's absolutely a great time.
So you said Jamaica?
Getting that recycled air. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you've been to Jamaica though?
Yeah, we got married there.
Oh, where? I know like 2 places in Jamaica, so hopefully it's one of the 2.
Montego Bay.
Okay, fair enough. That's one of them. Yay! So
Hooray.
So is there anything in particular legal that you can mention that you'd like to do in Jamaica?
You know what? I like to just chill by the water.
Everybody
on the
beach
beach.
Likes to just chill. That's nothing new.
Yeah. No. But I mean, I like to talk to the locals because they come up on these like rickety boats, like full of like jewelry and handcrafts and stuff,
Really?
and they tell you the craziest stories, and you can barter with them.
Okay.
Like they always want like the mini bar, so like I'll take everything out of the mini bar because they just refill it. And I'll give them all of that stuff, and they give me bracelets and stuff.
Oh, that's what?
No, but it's cool. Yeah.
I'm not even mad at you. You just gave me something to do in my free time next time in Jamaica. What? Man, that's great.
No, and I meet them like they'll come out every day, bring a new friend. Like, oh, you know, if you want to get a driver, we got you.
What?
Yeah. No, I like dealing with the locals.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice. So I went to. I can't say I like Jamaica. And I'm a ghost story guy. So I've heard some stuff about Rose Hall, but it was closed for renovation when we were supposed to be there for a wedding. So like,
the White Witch.
Hopes up and dashed, So we ended up in some. It was our hotel. They had beautiful watermelon decorations. That's what I remember. Like they were like carving the heck.
Watermelon decorations.
You didn't go like. So every.
They did like the faces and stuff. They carve things.
But this would be like there'd be like a swan. There'd be like a man at a drive-by shooting within the. It was a lot. It was. But anyway. But yeah. So.
But yeah, I mean, I'd like to travel. I'd like to travel.
Okay.
And I honestly miss being able to go to a happy hour.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
You know, like
Well, you have the
with
sippy
my
mask.
coworkers.
You have the sippy mask. Just deal them out.
Well, but you know what? They were closed.
Yeah,
So now that
okay,
they're reopening,
yeah.
you know.
So, but where else to travel?
Oh
You
wait,
just-
I can't believe I forgot the most important thing. I want to go back to the gym.
Oh, what's that?
Like number one.
What's a
the
gym?
Well, wait, not that I need it because look, I don't know if you can see, but you see that back there?
Yes.
That's my spin bike.
Ah. Oh yeah, the new
I
one.
just
right?
got that.
The sparkly.
Yep.
The
I
sparkly
just
new
got
one.
it.
Nice.
Yep.
You're gonna make me go get my bike. I gotta leave the camera, come back, and gotta show off my bike. Been biking. So where else to travel though? Like where are your other favorite spots to travel?
You know, we don't like travel that. We tend to kind of go to the same places.
So what's new?
You know,
is there any place you
without
want to
any-
go? Like maybe outside
I
Jamaica?
really would like to go to Hawaii
Uh-huh.
and Italy.
Okay. I would suggest
Those are the
adding
two.
Trinidad. I had a coworker when I was a teacher, her and her husband. He was from St. Vincent, which is right next door, and oh man, fresh coconut every day, like picking what is this? A starchy fruit. It had a nut in it, like a cashew, but the cashew fruit.
Oh, I know it's just yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a pepper.
It looks like a star or something.
Maybe.
It looks funny. It looks like I can't explain it. Like I've seen it though. I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I love Trinidad. So I would suggest Trinidad because Rihanna pays me to do advertisements for her, and but it's a good spot. Now Italy, man, I'm with Kevin on this one. Italy, I love. When I went to Italy, I was chilling, like I was single, kicking around by myself, and at my hotel, I went downstairs and like the restaurant owner was like, "Hey, try," so I'm eating there. I went to the underground tombs. What they call it? The whatchamacallits? And I met this guide who had gone to school in Florida, and she and her boyfriend took me to like the hot spots in Italy, and I ate like food I still dream about like 20 some years later. Oh, so good. And then the artwork,
Yep.
amazing. Oh my god.
I've heard this. No, I've heard this.
Like,
My
Italy's
brother-in-law, my good friend just went, and I'm just like, I need to do it.
cool. Italy's cool. Italy's like I liked Italy.
Yeah.
And then the poor people, the homeless people, they were chilling too. And although they tried to rip me off, and we couldn't communicate well, I was like, I know y'all are trying to rip me off, but I'm gonna give you some money anyway because it was a good job, nice try. And so, like, so I had a good
A for
time. I liked
effort.
Italy. So,
Oh, someone met you in Italy.
thank you, Barbados, not Trinidad. My bad. But she still pays me to promote Trinidad. So there, that's from Rihanna. So.
Kevin.
So yeah, we're trying to get to. We just did Europe last year, and we're so happy we did it, because like clearly
We're not welcome back.
we're not welcome anywhere outside of Mexico. So,
And Mexico is having a laugh.
right. So,
I'm sure they're just like, oh, you want to come over the wall?
right. Like, oh, now the wall's in the way. Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, you want some avocados now? Like, so anyway.
Oh my God. Wasn't that a movie? I think that was a movie where like a meteor was going to hit the United States and we were trying to cross the border into Mexico.
I
And they
have no
were trying
idea.
to.
It was probably one of the Star Wars movies that you saw.
I think so.
So,
Yeah.
it's definitely Star Wars. So, oh wow! See, we had an old gypsy woman follow us in Italy, and I gave her money before she cursed us. I don't know if Kevin's happy about that or not, but hey, thanks for
Oh
sharing.
no, Kevin loves a good story.
But,
He's my brother-in-law. He's the one
Okay.
who went to one of the ones who went to Italy.
so they got paid to get cursed, if I'm understanding that tweet correctly.
They probably paid to get cursed. Yeah,
Oh wow!
yeah.
That's
That sounds
disturbing.
about right. He likes a good cursing out, you know.
Oh,
Who doesn't?
I can. Okay. Well, all right. I know some people, Kevin. If you want to stay local and get cussed out, since we can't go foreign, just let me know, Kevin. I can reach out to people for you. All right. So, I think we covered all the important stuff that we didn't need to worry about covering anyway. And
Well, no. So wait, I have a list.
oh well, go ahead with your listing, girl.
Let's go. And listen, anybody watching, please chime in.
All right.
Because we're looking at your responses. All right. The first and most important one, and we could probably talk about this the whole rest of the show.
Okay.
School.
Oh.
We'll be sending your child or children back to school when they reopen, if they reopen.
Well, see, DC just announced so before DC was all, we're going to do a hybrid model. We'll have them in every other day or every 2 days or every week. And I was all, that's unique. I'm not sure how on board with that I am, but we'll see. And then DC on the 30th, one day before they promised, was like, we've changed our mind, like the rest of the area. We're going to work from home at least through November. And
oh, wow. I didn't know they made that announcement.
Yeah.
What is New York? See, in New York.
Yeah, see.
New York, they were supposed to submit their plan on Friday, and de Blasio dropped the ball. So we don't know still.
See, I don't know if he dropped the ball so much as he's just dragging. Because, like, I know I have family up there. My wife is from up your way with the pizzas. And she and one of her cousins is a teacher. And she has not been feeling the plans at all. But I mean, what state are you in?
They don't make any sense. Like Indiana, right? They just opened their first day of school.
Yeah.
They had to shut back down the schools.
Is that the one that got half the class is now sick or something like that? Is that the one?
I don't know what happened since Friday, but I know that they had one student who tested positive. Mm-hmm. And then they ended up just shutting down the whole school again.
That's what.
So it's kind of like.
So if that's the continuation of the story I heard, about 14 students or so in the class had tested positive, and the teacher and several have also now tested positive for it. And so, yeah, I want to go back. So that was. I mean, NPR ran a story where they interviewed a teacher who quit because she was looking at. They were trying to get them to come back. And then I think they actually came to an accord after she had quit. But, she's like, I've been a teacher for 13 years. And the best we can look forward to now is some crazy teaching where everybody's, not enjoying the teaching experience.
And listen, can you imagine, too, getting some little kid whose parents are COVID deniers, and he's like, I'm not wearing my damn mask. Right. Can you imagine? I mean, I'll choke a kid. I have no problems with that.
Your classroom is over there with the video monitor, so just go sit in there with little Shonda and little Jeremy, who also feel the same way. They feel the same way you do. Cough on each other. And so,
who's got time for that?
It's too much. I mean, I don't know about everybody else's household, but most of us are connected to at least one person over the age of 60. And so when the kids, whatever they decide to bring in, what, man, when my youngest went to, my second youngest, her first day of pre-K, or her first school year, I remember getting sick with something just coughing and mucus, and it won't stop. And all I could picture was all the doorknobs at her school dripping with little. It's so.
No, you know what else? And this is what kids do. This is what kids do.
Right. If you're lucky, that's what they do.
Right? Because they can also just be like, oh, God. Yeah, this should be interesting.
So Elizabeth threw in, Howard U finally announced that fall semester will be all remote teaching regardless. Professor Newman was not going back in 2020. Jocelyn, how are they having success in Denmark? And Liz, what about the kids in the dorm? They're going to be drinking, smoking, tonguing, in that other word, like we all did in college.
Ooh.
COVID be damned. So
I didn't do any of that. I was a good girl. I don't know what
I
Lizzie
stayed in
is
my
talking
room
about.
and read books. That's why my grades were dicey.
And
at best.
studied and just
Let me
didn't
get my
get
Halo
bonus.
off the shelf. It's right. It's back here somewhere.
yeah, no, but I mean school is a tough one because this is one of those things where you may not have a choice. The parents may not have a choice but to send those kids back
Absolutely.
if their employers are sucking them back.
Right. Because
So
I mean that's what and brings us to brings us totally around to something we didn't discuss before. And so the Republicans and the Democrats trying to find a way to get this next bill together so it can go to the president so he can reject it. Because one of the big issues is that they want funding. They want to extend the unemployment benefits, which depending upon where you stand makes sense. And for all these parents who are being forced to work, the Republicans are also trying to make sure that there's a exemption so businesses can't be held accountable for requiring employees to come in and work. And on one hand, I understand it, but on the other hand, if you're being required to come in and work, and those conditions are the conditions that got you sick, you're now saying that person can't sue their employer. And so, and their degrees, there's a question about negligence, and I believe, I'm trying to think of the term, like gross negligence, but they have to prove that's something that has to be proved by the person bringing the lawsuit, and there's no exact definition of that, especially as we come across COVID, something new and interesting. So to be required to come in, and then you have to drop your kids off at a daycare, the risk level goes from like here to Yoda's head there in the back, if not higher. It's out of control.
well, forget negligence. You know what? They could also sue under discrimination. Because now you're discriminating against me because I have children
Interesting.
that have to, that I have to keep at home or whatever. So now you're discriminating against me for my family status.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see a lot of, human rights discrimination lawsuits.
So that's an interesting way to look at it. And with Barr as the Attorney General, I'm sure they'll all go somewhere.
Oh, well. No kidding.
Yeah, just return that to center. And so,
Well, wait. But interestingly enough about, the stimulus is that Trump is actually for keeping the $600 a week benefit.
uh-huh.
And I kind of wonder why that is, because they don't want to do all the other stuff the Democrats want, like you said, like funding schools and whatnot. So you got to kind of think, well, why does he want to give Americans an extra $600 a week through the election?
But see, that's my only thought. It's through the election. November, November
Let me
5th?
keep people happy and dancing.
Right. Until the day after the election, and they'll be like, literally the day after, they'll have ICE agents walking around pulling the money out of your hand. Thank you.
You're like, but I didn't even get anything from the government. Give me that.
Like being Starbucks, just grabbing the money from patrons. So, because one of the issues that the Republicans are talking about is the fact that there are people who haven't spent the money that they've been given, so everyone's hasn't proved that they need the money, so maybe we don't need to be giving the money. And of course, there are people who are finding that they don't need to. They're saying they don't need to go back to work because they're getting paid more in unemployment than they do at work. No one's saying to them, hey, if you get paid that little, that's terrible. Maybe we should step up, the type of stuff you're available to. We're not hearing that so much. But anyway, that's...
You know what, though? But I'm going to say this. Until we hold the people getting the PPP funds accountable and having to show us how they're spending the money that they're getting, they shouldn't be asking individual citizens to show how they're spending their extra $600 a week.
I think that if you are going to jump all into the Catholic finances and other PPP friends of mine finances, you are barking up the wrong tree. My friend Mr. Voss and my other few friends, we got some words for you, maybe out on the street alone, Ms. Z.
We can do this.
You're barking wrong. you're barking wrong. That's all I'm
Don't
saying.
let me get my red Thriller jacket out.
Find a new tree. Don't wear a hoodie because the police will be out there.
All I'm saying is, no one has to prove what. You know what? You know where the proof will be? If they're not paying their rent.
True.
If they're still complaining about we need rent concessions and blah blah blah, and you're still so far back, like you haven't paid any money towards
Right.
that, then that's your problem.
Well, in the end, that's what we're coming up on because we're right here with them doing it now. This is going to be that month where we start to see all that mortgage and like
Mortgage, rental.
yeah, it's going to be crazy. I was reading an article about Airbnb. There was a speculator. There's some of the speculators who bought properties specifically for rentals, like all those types of just the blocks start just. But yeah, we'll see where all that takes us.
We're gonna look like, it's gonna look like medieval times, where we're all just gonna have little like pop-up tents along the street, because none of us are gonna have brick and mortar anymore.
I'm
whether
good with
that's
it because
homes or businesses.
I darn really well, so I can just, I can make socks and some hats and masks. So, and I got people, so I got connections. So you come to me with your tailoring and clothing needs. Ye old
I'm telling
jam.
you,
Ye old jam.
I can't do anything. This is the sad thing. Like, I'm gonna be walking dogs, but no one can afford to walk. Listen, I'm gonna be in trouble.
You take them for a walk on your bike. Just be like, you're walking. And so, you're good to go.
That bike doesn't go anywhere, right? That's
I know, but don't tell the dogs that, and you're good to go. Like, it's all about.
Oh my God.
It's all about attitude. It's all
We're
about
a mess.
attitude. Yes, he absolutely
All right.
wants to move that election, Jocelyn. I that's one of those things I meant to bring up. Did you see that tweet about maybe we should move
Listen.
come on, guy. Come on.
Listen, he's already testing the waters. We already know what's going to happen.
Right.
We know what's coming. And that's why I said to you earlier, we are on the cusp of civil war, unfortunately. I think it's going to happen. Now, how that's going to look in 2020, maybe it's just going to be a war of words, of internet trolls just coming at each other on Yahoo. Like, I don't know.
So unlike now.
Or maybe I'm going to be...
I mean,
exactly.
How is that different from yesterday? So,
I know. Or imagine it's like real. Like, imagine it's like Dark Knight Rises when, people just start eating the rich, just going up Upper West Side and snatching purses and cracking skulls. Like,
I think that's to go back to the lady you mentioned earlier about social contracts. Like, in the end, like, to me, the social contract begins with how well you take care of, and I guess Bernie spoke to this back more so than anyone else has, and AOC does as well. Like, how well you take care of the people who you use the most determines how stuff like that really goes down. Stuff like that is not going to go down if people feel safe and secure and like they can do stuff and move forward and have children without considering skin color or whether their student loan's going to be paid in 5 or 10 years or whether they're going to be able to live a comfortable lifestyle. Like, those are the basics. And I have a side note for you about that, by the way. But those are the basics. And that's where like real civil unrest comes from. Like, some rich guy starts talking about it, or lady, maybe one day, usually a guy. But until they start talking about it and get everybody up in arms, the poor folks don't usually react. But there does come a point, and it seems like we're pretty freaking close.
We're pretty close. I mean, look, I think humans by nature, we're complacent. We can adapt to almost any situation. Look at how we've adapted to lockdowns and stuff. We do what we have to do. But like you said, there comes a point. Like, now it's my life on the line. Like, it's literally my life. Like, I could be killed by some psycho cop and no one's going to do anything about it or change anything. That's the breaking point, where it's not about I can't afford a house on the hills. It's I can't afford a house.
Right.
I can't afford a box.
I mean, to me, it starts with Like you can. It's one thing to almost be killed by a cop, to me, and then when you increase that range by all that rhetoric, and you increase the ability of people who might have been trying to do it, are sliding it in where they could and having it overlooked, and making that mainstream. You increase the danger level for people, like, oh, so now it can be anybody whenever they feel like it, and y'all can pretend like it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
You just
like you can literally bust up in my house without
Yeah.
a warrant, and even if I'm protecting myself in my home,
Mm-hmm.
you could take me out. Like,
Right.
well, he shot at me. Well,
Yeah.
you were in my home.
Well, don't even do shot at me. Remember the cop who kicked in the guy's door, shot him, and was like, he was in my spot, and then they were like, no, you live upstairs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, but that's what I mean.
The- like, come on.
Like, when are we ever in the right?
Yeah.
When? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we are at that point where it's like, now it's clear that money talks, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When you're messing with their money, they're going to tell you you're wrong, and they're going to
Yeah.
keep you down.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to start a civil war.
So,
Oh, yeah.
just want you guys to know, she'll be the general. I'm going to show up and take pictures. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
Yo, I started training again.
Yeah.
I'm
That's what
sore.
that-
I've been training for, you know.
Putting those miles on, walking dogs, doing
That's
miles.
right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Now, wait a minute. So, wait, we had, let me see. So, somebody said if the election gets canceled, he won't be president.
I'm with Kevin on that one. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
But what do you mean? If it gets canceled, doesn't he just stay in there?
If you're Putin, you stay in there. I think I think here in America, I'm thinking it wouldn't quite sit so well, because even when he said that, a lot of the Republicans were like, wait a minute. And that
Well,
was,
but here's the thing, though. There's never been a situation where an election has been canceled.
right. There's also not
So,
been a situation
is there
where-
anything written
right. Well,
that says, okay,
there's
you
also
just kind
not
of
been a
sit there
situation
until?
where the person has said, I'm gonna go ahead and stay on anyway. Like, so.
But and this is, I actually had mentioned this to you earlier. I read an op-ed, I believe it was in the LA Times,
Uh-huh.
where someone said, okay, in the weeks before the World War II ended, did the Nazis start to say to themselves, hey, maybe we shouldn't be following this guy anymore? Or did they just go guns blazing, like, no, Hitler is going to save the day, like he's going to, aren't we at that point where maybe Trump's supporters should start questioning themselves and their support of him?
Did you say start? Because that should have started like before the train left the station. And even
Listen,
after
that should have started in
like-
the last election.
Like it should have started. There have been so many opportunities. I mean, I think what we're looking at is
Oh, thank you.
the
So
longest serving
Kevin Paxton
congressman
said,
is president. That would
Well-
be who's the longest serving congressman right now?
oh my God.
Is
We
it-
should- whoever sends it in, we'll give you a prize. I don't know.
Yeah, you'll get 10
a
minutes
shout out.
of pure shout out. Pure unadulterated shout out. And so-
For some reason though, I thought it would be the Speaker of the House, but I know that that's a succession in the current administration.
It's a sign. That's
like
a
if
sign,
something happens to the president, vice president, and then Speaker of the House.
That's like this is the regular succession of, but the speaker
Okay.
is a sign. Is partially done by party, I think, if I remember correctly, because whichever party is
Yes.
in control of the Senate, I guess, would be the one who.
Yes.
So it might not even be longevity at all. Although normally they base it on longevity. It might be more of a,
But that's again for a current sitting president.
right.
If it's no election, is it still the longest congressman?
I don't know if that was.
See, my political science degree is garbage because I don't know, and I should know this.
Oh, see, my theater communications
Yeah.
degree allows me to talk about it. So. So here we are.
If I had to do it again,
Right.
man, I would definitely have done something else. I'd be a reality TV producer.
Right, there you go. So we're going to try something that's different but the same. So,
Yeah, he said some old dude. These are
Robert
great.
Byrd. Huh.
Vaughn Perry for the win.
Right, Vaughn for the win.
So you are awesome, Vaughn Perry. I want to give you a shout out.
Right, we got. Thanks, Jocelyn. Thanks, Kev. But, yeah.
So wait,
So,
so before, so I have to know this. I told you I was going to give you a fun one.
Okay, go ahead. Hit me with the fun one.
So as we reopen, as our, where society's reopening, will you be going to any strip clubs? If you could, I know you're in, but I'm saying if you were a free man, is that something you would feel comfortable participating in?
If I were a free man, I would see the thing. See, the real answer is I was never really a strip club guy.
Okay.
It's only on.
You never had eggs at a strip club?
Eggs at a strip club?
Yeah, apparently that's a thing. Apparently that's a thing down south.
I missed that delivery. Now I do remember. I do remember someone making it clap, making their derriere clap, which had impressed me at the time. And I was like,
it impresses me too. I'm not even gonna lie.
I was like, what?
I'm like, that takes skills. That takes skills.
You gotta have that back muscle control, something, like
for real.
You gotta be able to do a good wave.
For real. It's all in the glutes, but you have to have just enough fat.
Right,
to
exactly.
Make it clap.
Right. Because if it's all muscle hits,
it just stays tight and it doesn't move.
Right. So that's what
God bless you, ladies.
Clapping. And so that one, and don't get me wrong, out west, from what I had seen, wasn't like East Coast. Y'all be working it. But then again, I never hit California, probably in one of the good spots, California. You never know. All I'm saying
I would figure in California, things just don't move.
From
all the silicon.
True. But silicon's...
silicone.
It might get busted. It might get busted. Then you got other issues, like...
But wait. Are the girls going to wear a mask?
Well, they have the ones, the ones I know in Oregon, where they had opened like the outdoor strip clubs where you could like drive through and get food as well. They were masked up and they were doing their thing. So I'm thinking,
Wait a minute. Wait. Can you go back? What did you just say?
Which part? Which part do you need me to revisit?
Did you say there were drive-through strip clubs?
Drive-through strip clubs / restaurants. I think they had to add.
So you
food
could get like a number 7 and an egg.
And an egg.
And an egg. Dead. I'm dead.
I like that
I'm
with
dead.
eggs.
This is what's up.
With eggs. And so
I like that with eggs. Scramble them up. So wait. So now, but Kevin Thaxton says that the strippers he knows, how many does he know? We don't know. Are intelligent and they would not work.
I mean.
So he would not be going to the strip club.
So Mel threw in there, they have outdoor strip clubs at Burger Kind, which I don't really know where that is, but I'm going to assume.
At Burger King? What?
Burger King.
So, but wait.
At
Burger King they got outdoor strip clubs?
Like local?
Yeah, like are these just girls trying to come and make some change? Or is this like
Are they
employed
authorized
by Burger King? In Atlanta. She said in Atlanta. And see, look,
okay.
Penthouse in Denver has the best
Penthouse
steaks.
in Denver, best steaks and eggs. So I think we're,
Let me tell you, my husband used to be a chef at Scores.
Okay.
In New York, yeah. And he was very proud of his food. It was high-end food.
Huh. Now,
so
I'm
they
not
sitting
familiar
there
with
eating
Scores.
steaks.
Scores is a spot?
It's a high-class joint. Like this is where
spot.
Howard Stern loves to go. Oh, it's a classy spot.
That makes it classy.
Like the girls can't have no tattoos or bullet holes or anything. They got to be clean. Clean. And they were serving up filet mignons and shrimps.
So Jeanette poses a question, and there was a virtual strip club response. Why would you go back to live if you can make money virtually? I'm going to throw an answer out there. I don't know. If I was shopping for that, I'd have to go live. Just saying.
Yeah, like I would think that it's not the same. Because I also, look, I'm going to give you guys the benefit here.
Okay, benefits are good.
And I'm going to say that maybe you also go for the social aspect.
There's a lot of, I mean,
Like if you're going with your boys.
I've played chess many a times. Chess and eggs.
Right. I know you go for the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are some intelligent girls, according to Kevin Thaxton.
I mean, in all honesty, I was going to say Nicki Minaj, but wrong one.
All right. Which one's the stripper?
Cardi B. Cardi B. Cardi B has said some pretty cool things and pretty smart things. So I am not going to put myself out there and catch that tongue lashing / intelligence lashing.
Oh, no.
Nope. So.
She's from the Bronx. I can't even touch her. I love you, girl. So, but wait, and I'm also just trying to picture now the strippers with the visor.
Maybe just in a clear,
So maybe just in a clear,
like the whole suit.
They could just wear a clear suit.
Oh, saran wrap. Saran wrap. Keep it tight. Keep it tight.
There it is.
And you can shape
Keep it tight. You could shape while you're dancing. You're gonna sweat out those extra water, all that extra blow.
And escape
you're
from
gonna
Alcatraz.
look good, and you're gonna.
Yep.
And you're not gonna get the Ronas.
Hey, if you guys need job suggestions, you come here. We got you.
We'll
we
make
got
it
you.
happen.
So,
This show is. You see what happens when we're left to our own devices.
I know,
Like,
it's
why?
like running with scissors. Not good. So
What is happening?
Vaughn did give us the real. He corrected himself. I'm seeing if I can find his Don Young, Republican, 47 years. Was that the one? Yes.
47 years.
Don
now,
Arya.
see,
Oh, yeah.
and we got to talk about that. That's a subject for a whole nother day.
Yes.
Because there need to be term limits. There should not be career politicians.
I mean, you just.
That's why they're all crooked.
Oh, they're all crooked. Say it and so. They can't be here.
All of them.
Crooked. So,
Except for Obama.
there you go.
God bless Obama and Michelle.
Here's the asterisk. Now, there's one thing I was discussing with my wife a little bit before. Then I think we're gonna have to wrap it up before people start throwing rocks at us.
I know. This was supposed to be half an hour.
I know, and it was times a few. Do you know what the average salary of a president is? In today?
Oh, it's like 175,000
400
a year.
400,000. Unless they're
400?
talking about the way I understand it, it's 400,000 per year. Like that was what I learned.
Really?
Since I've
Well, you
been
know what?
for years. Yeah.
I believe that only because I think I got that number from college.
Okay.
So with
Okay.
inflation, I would hope it's 400.
I thought I gotta remember when I heard that. But did you know how much George Washington made?
$1.
He made
Wait,
25.
they didn't have dollars. They didn't have dollars.
He got paid it himself. They're like, just take wood carvings of yourself. This is what you do. And so he got paid 25,000 a year.
Wow, that's a lot of money back then.
Right. So he was like a billionaire equivalent back then. So.
Well, he needed the money for all his fabulous wigs.
And his wood teeth. You gotta get new teeth every few weeks.
Mm.
But do you know how much the vice president was paid?
5,000.
Exactly.
Nothing.
5,000.
Oh, really? 5,000?
5,000.
Wow. And wait a minute. But if wow.
Right.
Wow.
So you know he's treating dinner every night. Say, hey man, you know you're doing dinner. You know?
No, you know what? I bet you that first vice president was the one who came up with expense reports, like expenses.
Right.
Like I'm gonna expense
like,
this.
For real though? Really? I gotta go too, huh?
I need the company card. I need the company card.
Right. I need the company pony. I need the company scribe.
Bring the company carriage around.
Right. But
Oh my God.
anyway, so well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Zee, for co-hosting.
Oh, wait, I want to give a shout out to Mel and Antonio.
Oh, happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
This is like number 82, right?
Yeah. I think
So-
they've been married about 75 years. I don't know.
So back when Lincoln was still a baby. So, good job. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Excellent job, Z. Shout out to Jeanette.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Jeanette, Manford, Kevin, Neo, Becca, Jocelyn, Vaughn. I'm missing somebody. The other Kevin, your brother-in-law.
The other Kevin Leary. Yes.
Liz. Did I miss anybody? Mel, Ty, definitely. Thank you for watching the kiddies. Anika.
Oh, and thank you, Manford. He said it did used to be 175.
All right.
I knew he didn't pull that out of nowhere.
What? So, all righty. As usual, it's been a pleasure. We will see you guys on Wednesday. Anything to add? You get the last word, Z.
Listen, y'all, enjoy this time. I think November 3rd, we should all just party. But don't party too much because we got to be up to get online to vote.
Oh, wait, hold that thought.
But I'm just saying.
Hold that last thought.
Go ahead.
Guys, it's looking like there might need some people to work the polls. I know it might be asking a lot. I'm not saying what
Like to
party you
dance?
might be affiliated with. They're worrying because a lot of the people who usually work the polls are older and they're much more concerned about their health. And so it's looking like they're going to need some more poll workers. So consider
All right, but you really need to say that differently. You need people to work the polls.
some poll workers.
And older people were working the polls.
Bring the eggs, guys. And
We've got so left. We're
just wanted to throw that out there. Finish it up, Z. Bring us home.
Listen, everybody just be good to each other. Wear your mask. Enjoy your life because the future's coming fast and we don't know what's coming.
All right. Thank you so much. Peace out, y'all.
Truth, lies, shenanigans.